Success metrics must shift from how much we control to outcomes like developer productivity, adoption of golden paths, reliability, cost efficiency, and risk reduction. So focus on efficiency, focus on the use of these resources, and focus on the best and most optimized path to get to where we need to be. We have a tendency to want to put up architectures and governance barriers there, design by committee kinds of things. And obviously, we know that kills productivity. And the ability to look at everything as a function and the ability to automate and the ability to make those functions as efficient as possible to get to the objectives of the business. At the end of the day, we're using technology to return the most value back to the business. That's our role. And if they're hindering efficiency, they're hindering optimization, then they should be removed from the process. You should be able to do this with the least amount of humans and the least amount of money. The question isn't, do we kill the CCOE, but how do we continuously redesign it into lightweight, product-focused cloud platform functions that keeps pace with the business? And I think the ultimate goal here is going to be to remove the CCOE function, just because I think it was, kind of a failure from the beginning. It was very popular 10, 15 years ago when cloud was coming along. And we wanted to have people who were basically storing the expertise and dealing with the budgetary stuff and providing a single point of negotiation with the cloud providers. And that seemed like a good idea. But at the end of the day, the cloud basically is going to be the platform of choice and should be the option that many of these project teams are considering. It should not be the path of inefficiency, which it is now. In fact, in many instances, I've talked to some of these project leaders, they found it was easier to buy hardware. In other words, we have to buy it, do a PO, get it into the data center, get it tested, burnt in, and get it up and running on the network than it was to allocate a cloud resource. So they were using hardware, even though in this particular instance, it was the wrong choice because the amount of bureaucracy they had to go through in dealing with the CCOE was just way too much. And so we're seeing those sorts of things where architectural decisions, and by the way, it's the other way around as well. The architectural decisions are made by avoiding bureaucratic processes within these enterprises. That's not the way these decisions should be made. So a cloud center of excellence can still be one of the most powerful leverage in your cloud strategy, but only if it stops acting like a control tower and starts operating like a product team.